All right, I think we are live. What's up, all you? We got to get our other connection going here on Instagram. What's going on, everybody? Adam LaDolce here. Wanted to bring on Jessica, my lovely girlfriend. I've spoken about her so many times over the past 4 years. We've been together, and of course, just wanted to bring her in, be able to meet all of you. This is your first. How you feeling being
It's not my first. I was in one last year.
Oh, you were? Okay. Yeah. So it's not her first. Great. Everyone's piling in. Yeah, give us some comments. We are so excited to be here with you. We brought the bubbly here. So we're going to drink a little champagne for Valentine's Day with all of you sexy single ladies out there. What's up, Instagram? How's it going over there? For those of you who don't know, I do have an Instagram account. What's the handle, Jess?
At official sexy confidence. You should know that.
Yes. That is true. That is true. I'm not that good at social media. I'm not going to lie. And really the purpose of tonight is I have my handy dandy notes here, but it's really simple. It's like 6 words on this. Really, what I want to just do is spend time with all of you, be able to answer all of your questions that you have. Obviously, we're not going to be able to answer everyone's question, but we will do our absolute best. So at any point in time, if you have a question, leave it in the comments or obviously anywhere you see to leave a question. And the second thing I'm going to talk about is really the theme of this is if I were in your shoes, what would I want to be doing for the next year of my life to make sure that I'm in a happy, healthy relationship by next Valentine's Day. I should say that I think Valentine's Day is a really dumb holiday and it means nothing. Jess, do you agree? How do you feel about Valentine's Day? We've actually never talked about this.
I liked it when I was single.
Good attitude.
But now, I mean, every day is so great. So.
That's really sweet. Honey, I can't open this. Can you?
I can try.
Okay. I'm not good at multitasking. But Jess actually has a really good point, which is, I got to see some of these comments, which is, this is the Super Bowl. Like this weekend, this is the Super Bowl of being single. Like going out this weekend, Friday, Saturday night, or obviously tonight after the live stream. If you're going out and there's a group of guys out tonight, it's almost 100% certainty that they are single and looking to mingle, right? Like, and if they aren't single, then they're horrible boyfriends or husbands. But but just think of it that way. It's a great way to go out. So I have just 3 things. Like I really put some thought into this today.
You want me to pop this?
Yeah, pop it. We're having some fun. Wait, is it gonna spill all over the stuff?
I don't know.
I will see. It's what happens when live.
Maybe you should do this.
Okay. Maybe I should do this over the sink. Just keep going with what I was saying.
Let me read a question. Okay. Hi guys, happy Valentine's Day to all of you. I don't have any questions yet.
Okay.
But everyone says happy Valentine's Day. What about Instagram? Let me check Instagram.
Okay. Great.
Instagram. Grace says, I'm a sexy single lady, but I love Valentine's Day no matter what. Great.
Damn. Hell yeah.
I'd like to hear.
And if anyone is drinking champagne with us right now, please pop it and let's get this party started.
Cheers.
Okay. So really, I boiled down, like, look, I've been giving advice now for, I started Sexy Confidence like 6 years ago, and I've been talking about dating for about almost 10 years. Like, look at these gray hairs. These are coming in strong. And it's funny because when I think about the core fundamental things that I think someone should do when they're single and what works time after time is really these 3 things that I'm going to be going over tonight. And this is not clickbait. This is not being hyperbolic. These are easy to say, but hard to implement. So that's really what I'm going to be going over tonight. It's just like, look, let's spend some time together, and this is a good night to really reflect. Like, what do you really want? And are you really ready to find true love? So before I jump into this, any good questions that have come in?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. Cheers.
Emily asks if it's concerning if someone you're seeing goes away for a month to work through some shit.
Yes. Well, I mean, look, it obviously depends on what their shit is, but if someone's going dark on you for a month, then yeah, that is really concerning, because I think that in a healthy relationship, assuming that this is a relationship, when you're going through some shit, yes, sometimes you need a couple days to just like get your thoughts together. But when you're in a healthy relationship, after that, you want to work that through with your partner, right? Like running away for 30 days is not really a good quality in a guy. And imagine what if he's like this now in the early stages of dating, what kind of father would he be? What kind of husband would he be? And a lot of times, like these little red flags that you see early on in a relationship, they just balloon later on in life. So you want to be thinking about that. So yes, I would say that's concerning.
Unless he's like going away because he maybe needs to work on like an addiction problem, or like
good point.
If he has like a drinking problem and he's going away because he's trying to better himself and become a better person at the end of it. But
yeah. And like anything with love life, like, look, it does depend on the exact situation. If he's grieving the death of a family member, right? Another understandable situation. But in general, running away, I think, is never necessarily a good sign. Anything else?
Stacy or Stassi, I think it's Stacy with an I. She said she recently dated a guy for 2 months.
Sure.
Said he didn't know if he was ready to commit. And so she told him she'd give him space to figure out what he needed and date others. And now he's randomly texting and calling her. So WTF.
Oh, geez. The classic. Well, look, this is like kind of speaking from experience for many years. When I was in a phase of my life where I just didn't want, I'm going to speak to Instagram for a little bit as well, where I didn't want to necessarily be in a committed relationship. And what would happen is you get out there, you're dating, you're meeting a lot of great people. And sometimes you can develop some very real feelings for those people. Sometimes you even fall in love. But you still have this time in your life where you're like, I cannot really dive in and commit for whatever reason. Maybe you're not financially secure. Maybe you just like want to live it up in your 20s or your 30s. Maybe you're recently divorced. Maybe you're overcoming heartbreak, whatever it is. And there becomes this kind of like inner conflict there. And what is happening is he's probably telling you, look, I don't want to commit. I don't want to do this right now, but he still has feelings for you. And that's why he's, hot and he's cold. He's yes and he's no. I guess the bubbly is getting to me. But that's where this conflict occurs. So my answer to you is like, look, do you really want someone who is half in? Like, even if he has feelings for you, clearly he's not at a time in his life where he does want any type of commitment. And I will tell you, for me personally, and I can speak to a lot of guys who get married and get in serious relationships, there's just a time in your life where you're like, I want a relationship. Like, I want a future and I want to meet an incredible woman. And when that happens, suddenly you're just much more open to serious situations. So it sounds like this guy is not that type of person and you are looking for that. So hold strong to your boundaries, So do you have anything to add?
No, but
okay.
You let me know when you want a question and you continue with whatever you're doing.
Okay. Thank you. Would you like to cheers with me again?
Sure.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody. So let's jump on the first part of what I would say is most important when it comes to finding love over the next year. And it all comes down to the very first saying that I ever really coined when I started teaching this stuff, which is be attracted to yourself to live a life full of love. Like, it really all does come down to how you look at yourself. Because, and by the way, I'm not saying that we all need to look in the mirror every single day and be like, damn, I have everything going for myself. Like, everything is great. I'm happy with all the decisions I make. But ultimately, it's just a feeling of being okay with who you are. Because if you're not okay with who you are, it is going to come out in a relationship. It might not come out in the first 2 months. It might not even come out in the first 4 to 5 months. But once you start kind of letting things go and like letting yourself open up to someone, before you know it, they are going to see that side of you where you legitimately don't think you are worth a great relationship. So the real question is, how do you work on this? And there's a number of ways. For starters, you're doing a great thing right now, which is investing in yourself, like really investing time and energy, just thinking about what it is that you can do to be a better person. And you don't have to spend every single waking hour thinking about that. And quite frankly, that's not healthy. But just taking even one day out of the month or time out of the month to really think about yourself and what you've achieved and on the other hand, what it is you'd like to achieve moving forward is really, really helpful. And secondly is just surrounding yourself with great people. I found in Sexy Confidence over the years, and a lot of the people I worked with, that people who are struggling in life in general seem to not have boundaries as to who they surround themselves with, right? Like you end up surrounded with people who are not supportive of you, who are not loving you, who are not being kind to you. And the people who are successful in life, I think, are very quick to cut out toxic people. So there's kind of some high level stuff. And that's a lot of, what I go over in Attract the One Academy. And that's really the first couple modules is just focused on like self-love and self-care. Because really that is the core of all this stuff. And you all might feel single right now, single as fuck. And you're like, I just want to find love. But I'm here to tell you all that you are going to be okay. And like being single is an okay time. Like it can be an amazing time. It actually can be one of the most exciting times of your life. So don't allow this time in your life to be painful and look in the mirror and be like, what's wrong with you? Why you're still single? You are doing great, and just keep following the system, So Jess, anything to add there? I'm getting hot. Anything to add? We have all these lights up here. Sorry.
No. You want a question?
Sure. Sure.
Okay. So Amanda asks, a guy asks you to grab a drink. You don't see him for a few weeks due to some traveling. And he says, don't worry, we'll cross paths soon. What's my move?
There is no move. There is no move. Like, look, at that stage of dating, let the man lead. And clearly he's not a shy guy. Like the only time my advice would be different is if you get the sense that he's really shy. He likes you, but he's not shy. But he's shy. In this case, he's not shy. He is just kind of putting you in that back burner situation. And I kind of call it the orbit, right? When some guys and some women, by the way, do the same thing, where you're dating and you're texting with like 4 or 5 different people. And we all know there's a couple people that are in your orbit that you just kind of like text with, but have no real intentions of necessarily seeing or dating. Maybe he might be interested in just hooking up, but nothing really more. And that sounds like that's what's happening right now. Because if a guy is really like committed to seeing you and want to spend time with you, he's not going to just flake, especially when you were down to grab drinks. So the play is no play. Get out there and keep yourself available, meet other guys, which brings me to an important point, which is you are never in a committed relationship with a guy until he is explicitly committed to you. So look, you just met this guy, get out there, meet other people, move on with your life. If he comes back in your life and makes like a real effort, cool. Maybe you'll consider it. Maybe you won't. I don't know. That's what it means to be sexy confident, right?
Right.
Right. Okay. What's the next one? Any questions?
Oh, you want another one?
No, I'll go on to the second one. I talk so fast and I get so excited and I want to be able to spend all this time with them and get to.
Oh yeah, I'm neglecting Instagram.
Christine says, I have the best boyfriend in the world, but always need to improve. Amen to that. Don't we all need to improve?
Wait, is she saying she needs to improve on her best boyfriend in the world?
I don't know. I thought she was saying she needs to improve herself. What do you think? Do you have the best boyfriend in the world?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's get on to, while you're going through questions, let's go on to point number 2. Again, this is really like boiling down to the fundamentals of what I teach in really all of my programs, assuming you're single and looking for a relationship, which is, of course, number 1, attract yourself to live a life full of love. It's all about self-love, self-confidence. That's why I called my company Sexy Confidence. Step number 2 is getting out there and meeting a lot of people. Most people, when they are single and looking to mingle and find something interesting, or at least just kind of like are unsure about what they want, they don't meet enough people in order to have opportunities for real healthy relationships. So in Attract the One Academy and Emotional Attraction Formula, I talk a lot about this. And those are 2 of my signature programs. I talk a lot about this concept of a social score. And this is something I actually did with my male clients back in the day when I used to coach men on how to meet you sexy single ladies. And What it basically is keeping track of simply the number of guys you're meeting in a given month. And you don't need to like keep exact track, like exactly. Like I've had some clients who like give me a spreadsheet and it's got like a detail of every single guy, like what he looked like, what he was wearing. You don't need to go that crazy. You can even just go out for a given night and just come home and be like, I talked to 5 new guys tonight. And that's great. And what it does is it really allows you to set a goal for the upcoming month of how many people you need to go out and meet. For most of my programs, it's like a minimum of getting out and meeting 10, like 10 a month, right? Which can be challenging depending, maybe you're a single mom, might be tough to get out that often, but for some of you, you might be like, shit, I do that in a weekend. But at a minimum, you want to be at 10 and like 20 is your kicking ass, and then 30 you are a absolute rock star. And the more people that you're going out and the higher your social score, it is going to exponentially increase your chances of finding love. And this is something that is so critically important. I feel that women kind of put all the emphasis on men being in charge of coming and talking to them, right, Jess? Mm-hmm. But this really kind of puts the ownership on you to get out and meet new guys. So just such an important point. And I think that is something that like a lot of women just kind of sit back hoping for love to kind of find them, where they can go out and meet new guys everywhere you go. Now, it doesn't mean you're going up to a guy and just be like, damn, what's up? Like, let me give you my number, right?
You could do that.
You could do that. I could see Jess doing that back in her heyday, but no, she was a tough cookie, let me tell you. Maybe I'll tell the story of how we met later on. If I haven't told that. Have I told that already?
I don't know.
I probably have. But getting out and just increasing the number of people you're meeting isn't obvious. Again, this is an obvious point, but it is so important. If you're at all at a point in your life where you're like, I'm not meeting the right people. Oh, she wants her champagne.
Thank you.
Thank you. Guys, let's give Jess a little bit of thanks for giving up her Valentine's Day. We're celebrating Valentine's.
Someone said thanks for sharing him. That's so nice.
That's really sweet.
I don't mind at all. Melissa asks, yeah. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to say one thing I do want to say is, as one gift, I talked about that to those who are on my email list. We are going to, just tonight, we have a promo code for any of my programs at Sexy Confidence. Like any program, whether it's Attract the One Academy, Heal Your Heart and Win Him Back, Casual to Committed, Emotional Attraction Formula, all of those, we have a link down in the description anywhere, or you can just go to sexyconfidence.com / like products or premium. Maybe premium. Okay. Yes. And all you got to do is enter V 2019 V 2019 for Valentine's Day. Make it capital V. And yeah.
What did they get?
Oh, I didn't say 50% off.
50% off.
50%. Damn. So that's just for tonight though. And if for those of you who are watching this later, that's not going to be available. The promo code won't work. That's literally just for tonight.
When's it end? At midnight?
It ends at midnight tonight.
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard. So for those of you West Coast, great. For those of you who are watching this in Europe, perhaps you could wake up very early and get this discount before. Sad. Yeah. Hopefully you're not waking up at like 5 a.m. and buying dating advice products, but
maybe they're still up from the night before.
Maybe they're still up from the night before. Good point. Okay. Let's go into another question.
Okay.
Do you guys like this format, by the way? I don't go live very often. I feel like I should. By the way, welcome to our brand new house. We just bought this house 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So a lot of our life has been spent putting the house together, and Jess bought a plant. I mean, whoa. It's right behind me. That's why. All right. So what do we got here?
I had one and I lost it.
There's so many questions.
I know.
Oh my God.
It was from Melissa, and she was basically saying that online dating sucks for her and she needs like other places to meet men besides online dating. Do you have any other places?
Yeah. I mean, let's some real talk for all you ladies out there. Maybe there's a champagne going in my head, but online dating is going to suck. Like online dating itself is not a fun process necessarily, but it is such an important tool in your toolkit to get out there and find love. And I hear over and over and over again, so many people complaining about creepy dates or creepy messages and some of these painful moments. But just remember, when it comes to getting out there and finding love online, all you got to do is meet one great guy. And yes, previous to Jessica, I did some online dating for some time as well. And I get it.
Were you the creepy guy?
Oh, yeah. No. Nice. Yeah, I was sending creepy dick pics in the message. No, I was not that creepy guy. Thank you very much. But where was I? Oh, but all you need to do is meet one great guy, and it's worth kind of going through that pain. Especially, so let's start on the messaging front. If you're finding yourself getting a lot of creepy messages online, which you probably will, use that block button as liberally as you want. Like, click block anytime you feel at all uncomfortable. Who cares? This isn't about that guy, and if he's being creepy, that he's got his own shit to deal with. So feel free to use that block button, delete button, hide user, all you want, because this is all about you feeling good about the process. And then secondly, when it comes to the date, have him invest a little bit of energy into you, right? Make it super convenient for you to go on some of these dates. Like, if the guy lives 30 minutes away, he's like, hey, maybe we can meet halfway. Like, no, I know a great place, and make it like 3 blocks away from your home. So it's like really convenient and easy. Don't tell him that you live right around the corner, because that could be a safety issue, but just make it really convenient and really easy, and just go through this process of realizing you're going to meet a lot of guys that just don't match you. And all you need to do is meet one. So that's my rant about online dating. And don't delete all your profiles if it's not fun for you or not exciting for you. The end result can definitely be worth it. So now that I didn't answer your question, let me answer your question. What are some great places to meet great guys? So the big question is just like going to places where there are a higher population of men than there are women, and good quality guys. So, for example, going to like a happy hour where at like a local bar where guys are watching like the sports games, right? Like, great place where there's going to be a high percentage of men and a very small number of women. And if you're there like sporting like a jersey and you're just kind of like fitting in, you're going to really increase your odds of being able to talk to a great guy. Also, there's a great strategy I used to coach a lot on. I talk a lot about this in the emotional attraction formula, is go to places where you are both doing something you enjoy doing and also have the opportunity to meet great guys. So for example, like CrossFit, like I'm a big CrossFitter, Jess doesn't do CrossFit, but I'm a big CrossFitter. I love CrossFit. And not only will you probably start enjoying it, if you start doing it, you're also going to be getting in great shape, but also it's a high population of men who are there. Another example would be like, we live in Boston. There are like speaker series all the time. There are events where like really interesting people come to talk, or like meetup groups of really interesting, smart people. Going to those places to just not only better yourself and learn new things, but also, of course, have an opportunity to meet guys. This way, if you're at least going to things that you enjoy doing, if you don't end up meeting a great guy, you at least enjoyed yourself, right? And I think something that can be really painful is like a singles event, like a speed dating event. And I, back in the day, I've like hosted a couple of those like years ago, and they're pretty painful, you know? And you're not going to enjoy the event unless you meet like the man of your dreams. So that's my advice for getting out there organically. And finally, just remember that everywhere you go, there's always an opportunity to meet a guy, right? Just by giving a smile, soft smile, or like, let's say you're in line at the Starbucks and just be like, I don't know which one I'm going to go with, iced coffee today or hot coffee. It's like, it's not that hot out. It's not that cold out. I'm not sure where to go, right? Like just having those little moments of sparking a quick conversation with a guy is really going to help you just increase your odds of meeting someone great. So what do you think, Jess?
I think like go to a basketball game, baseball game.
Yep.
personally, I would do that.
She's a sports person.
But I like sports, so not everyone likes sports.
I don't really like sports that much. I didn't, at least. I've gotten into sports more since I've met Jess. So, anyways.
We met on New Year's Day at a bar. So
we did.
Pretty standard. Through mutual friends, though.
Yeah.
Kind of, so.
So my friend was trying to hook up with her friend. And he's probably going to kill me for saying this live. But yeah, he was like trying to make something happen. He's like, hey man, there's these two girls that are just like drop dead gorgeous. Like, and by the way, we went out to this bar on New Year's Eve the night before and then woke up the next morning. And apparently New Year's Day in Boston is like even a bigger party than New Year's Eve. So he forced me to go to the bar that next morning. And then I met what I called red lipstick girl, because she always wears big, like bright red lipstick, and love at first sight. That was it. And then pretty much inseparable since. So, okay, enough of this. Let's help these ladies.
Okay, Leather Roy.
Leather Roy. Okay. What are you getting yourself into tonight?
She says, this guy and I have been texting and we talk at work for about 8 months and he lingers. He is shy. He knows I like him, but how do I ask him out? I don't know where to go or what to do.
Wait, he lingers at work, but she wants, like, lingers in a good way, as in a good way.
I think so. That's what it sounds like.
I think of the word lingering as in like a creepy lingerer who won't leave you alone.
Well, she wants to ask him out, so clearly she doesn't think it's creepy lingering.
Yeah. Okay.
But he's too shy, so I think he's waiting for her to ask him out.
This is actually a really important point. I talk a lot about this in Attract the One Academy and Emotional Attraction Formula, by the way. Those two programs are really focused on like taking you from single to like meeting a great person. Emotional Attraction Formula is a smaller program. Attract the One Academy is a bigger one. But here's the thing. When you like a guy, you're interested in a guy, it's important to assess if he's shy or if he's outgoing. And because this makes a big difference. If you get the sense that he's outgoing and doesn't have a problem asking women out, but he's not asking you out, then it doesn't make sense for you to go up to him and ask him out, right? It doesn't make sense for you to take that first step, because if he wanted to ask you out, he would have done it. So making that assessment is pretty important. On the flip side, if he's shy and you get the sense that he's shy and you know he's a shy guy, you really need to lead him along this path towards your heart, because he's not going to do it. I've worked with so many shy guys in my life, and the thought of asking a woman out is the equivalent of you stepping on stage in front of 10,000 people and them expecting you to give like an hour-long speech. Okay, like imagine the adrenaline that goes through your veins in that scenario. And that's what he's going through at the thought of asking you out. So he's probably not going to do it, is my point. And this goes for even when you're out at night, but especially a guy at work. So my response would be, yes, ask him out. And it can be something pretty subtle, like, hey, what are you doing tonight? Anything fun? And he'll be like, oh, I don't know. Great. Well, my friends and I are going to the local bar. Maybe come join us. You know, it can be very subtle. It doesn't have to be necessarily asking him out on a date. Be like, hey, would you like to go on a dinner date with me? It doesn't have to be that forward, but just ask him about his weekend. What's he up to? And just let him know what you're up to. Give him that real strong indicator that you're interested, and he should be able to take the bait from there.
Just be careful if he's your boss.
Oh, is that what she said?
No.
Oh, yeah. Be careful if he's your boss. That's
Make sure your employee handbook allows you to date people in the company.
You should never date your, I mean, I don't judge.
It'd be very awkward if you guys start dating and then it didn't work out and then you guys have to see each other every day.
Yeah, yeah.
So just make sure you definitely really like him a lot before you go in for it.
Yeah, I can't give a lot of dating advice in the workplace. I haven't worked in an office in 10 years, so can't give too much on that front. I'm sorry.
Do you like one last question?
Sure. And then I'll get into the final point.
We have a big announcement.
Oh, yeah. I haven't given the announcement as well. Why don't we do that first?
Okay.
Would you like to share the announcement?
No.
Okay. So over the past 3 months, I have been working for TLC on a new TV show called Kate Plus Date, and it's with Kate Gosselin. So if any of you remember Kate Gosselin from Kate Plus 8, she is back hitting the dating scene, and I was her dating coach for the second half of the series. So I was her matchmaker, dating coach, getting her back out there, and it's airing in June. I know it's kind of a long time, from now, but I think all of you are going to enjoy it. So you'll get to see some of these sexy, confident pieces of advice, see them in action. Oh, wow. Was that up this whole time?
Yes.
Man, I was trying to look cool. You get to see this in action on TLC coming out very soon. So it was awesome. It was really fun. Jess came with me to all the various episode shoots. It was like 6 days of shooting per episode. And we were in New York. We were in Charlotte. We were back in New York. So it was awesome. I think y'all are going to really enjoy it. So anything else to add on that front?
No, just look for that. I'm sure they'll have previews for that coming out soon.
Yeah, they're doing like a big media
Look
push
for
right now.
Adam on TLC Network. I think everyone gets that. We'll probably be on like Hulu if you don't get TLC.
Hope so.
And then
Questions, guys. Come on, let's do this.
You want some? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And by the way, while I was just pulling up a good question, I do this every single month as part of the Sexy Confidence Club. Look, what happened is many years ago, I used to do one-on-one coaching, and I got to a point when Sexy Confidence just became this a little too big for me to take on one-on-one clients. So I created this club called Sexy Confidence Club, and it's a place where you can ask me any question like this. I'll respond on a forum, and we also do live sessions like this every single month, and we dive deep into very specific topics. So actually, this month's Sexy Confidence Club session is going to be this upcoming Tuesday, and we're going to be talking about what men want in the bedroom. So, and these are the types of topics I don't talk. I know. So my researcher, we did a ton of research on this topic. So we talk about my personal experience, not too detailed, but some personal experience, as well as some.
Excuse me.
Yeah. As well as some real important research and concepts that you guys probably want to know when it comes to men's sexuality versus female sexuality. So if you enjoy this, you can try the Sexy Confidence Club. Just making a quick plug for it. It's just sexyconfidence.com/club, I believe.
Yes.
Link in the description, and you can try it free for 14 days. Our whole thing is like, look, over deliver, give it a shot. If you don't like it, you can cancel within the system, and yeah, give it a shot if you are enjoying this. And really, the idea behind this has always just been to like have that one time a month to just check in on your love life, get your questions answered, learn something new, be a part of this amazing community, and find true love, because that's really what I want for all of you. So that was just my little plug.
Great.
Cool.
Is it bad form to date multiple people at the same time in the early stages of dating?
Hell no. That's good form. That is the right type of form, because I guarantee you every guy that you are talking to is talking to many other women as well. And a lot of women struggle to just like, a lot of women get what I call one-itis, where you meet one guy who's like perfect. You can't think about anything else. You're picturing him as a father to your children, and oh my God, just you can't get over him. And then you'll have other guys who are chasing after you that you're just like swatting away because you're like, no, this is the right guy. And then lo and behold, that guy was talking to 5 other women and he disappears on you and you're left in ruins. So hell yeah, be talking to other guys. You are never, ever, I'm going to say this to you, Instagram ladies, you're never in a committed relationship until it is explicit that he's not seeing or dating other women. Until then, you are more than welcome to keep your online dating profile set up. Keep accepting dates from other guys. Keep going out with your girlfriends. You are not beholden to any man until he's willing to take you off the market, and until you want to be taken off the market. So that is an emphatic yes or no. I don't know. I forget her question.
Yes.
Get out. Yes, that is in fact.
Oh no, is it bad form? No, it's not bad form.
No, it's not bad form. What does that mean? More champagne. I love technology.
How many more questions are you taking?
I don't know. Why don't I go into the final one? And I mean, I'm having a good time. I got some.
Oh, you have another tip for them?
Yeah. So the third
Okay,
tip. Yeah.
third.
Let's go into the third tip.
So third tip for what?
Third tip for let's.
Oh, finding love, finding a Valentine for next Valentine's Day.
Yes, exactly. For you sexy single ladies out there who want to find love for next year, or in the next 2 months, or in the next month, let's recap. Number one, be attracted to yourself to live a life full of love. Starts all right here on the inside and really working on yourself and loving the person that you truly are. 2, increasing your social score, getting out and meeting a lot of people over and over and over again. Even if you find a guy that you like, that's even more of an impetus to get out and meet even more guys. Okay. Don't slow it down. Keep getting out, meeting other guys. And then the third most important strategy I would say for all of you women out there is to slow it down. Pace the speed of the relationship. I've seen this story play out far too many times. And the story looks something like this. You meet a great guy. He really likes you. He's texting you a lot. You're texting him and you're thinking, wow, I can really see myself with this guy. And then what happens? He says, let's go out for drinks. You go out for drinks. Then he says, man, I got to see you again. Let's see each other this weekend. You see him that weekend. You end up sleeping together because holy shit, the chemistry is incredible. And he's like, wow, this is amazing. We should go away next weekend. Let's spend some time. You're like, great. Yeah, let's go away next weekend. And then you go away next weekend. And then maybe you spend the next weekend together again. And then out of nowhere, he starts to pull away a little bit. And you start to notice that things are slowing down. You start thinking, what the hell? I thought this was going really, really well. And then before you know it, he is really creating space and the relationship dies up. And if this is a common theme or common story in your life, first off, you're not alone. This happens. And this is a result of you not pacing the speed of the relationship. Move slower than he wants to go, and he will want to speed it up. If you continue just trying to progress things and move things faster and faster and faster, he will freak out because men don't have the same tolerance for just diving right into a relationship as women do. There's a transitionary period that they need to go through. And if they feel like, if they even start to freak out, like, wow, this is turning to something really serious, really fast, they will push away and then they will not want to be in anything serious. So I have never in my career seen any situation fall apart because the woman was moving too slow, right? Like it's okay to move slow and slow things down. And what does that mean? So let's talk about some like specifics. And by the way, these obviously depend on the situation, but I'm going to give you like some specific time frames. And this is something I talk a lot about in Attract the One Academy. As far as classic question, like when to sleep with a guy, I give the 10-hour rule. Have 10 hours spent with that person. And let's say the first date is 2 hours. Second date is only an hour. Now you're only up to 3 hours. Okay. Like you need to spend more time. And the reason is like, I don't care if you could have a whole day together and that could potentially get you to that point, but it's more so about just how well are you starting to get to know this person on a real emotional level and not just a sexual level. Then secondly, what are you looking at here?
I was just seeing if there were any.
Oh, any news?
Questions.
Another pacing is not allowing yourself to fully fall in love or tell him that you love him until you've spent at least 100 hours together. I mean, a lot of time. Now, obviously, you're not going to track 100 hours, but spending a lot of time together. Usually, it's like 2 to 3 months before you even kind of go down that road. You don't want to move in with him until you've at least, I would argue, 7, 8 months to really a year of getting to know someone. You don't marry someone after knowing them for 6 months. You don't do that. There's no downside of just slowing things down, allowing yourself to really get to know each other. Because look, chances are if you meet a guy that you're really into, you're going to have chemistry. You're going to really like him. You're going to be attracted to him. You're going to want to sleep with him. And that's all good and stuff. what you want to make sure you have as well is a friendship, right? Like the definition of a soulmate, or the person that you really want to spend the rest of your life with, is someone that you're attracted to and someone who's your best friend. And it takes time before you can really determine whether or not someone is your best friend or could be your best friend. So that's why I'm such a strong believer, and I push this really hard, which is just slow it down. It's okay to like pace things out, even if it, it just takes a little bit longer for you to find love. It's worth it. So, do you agree, Jess?
Yes.
Are you my best friend?
I think there's, phases where you go through like infatuation and lust, and then it turns into love. But you have to let that all go away and that all kind of die out, and to know that that person is the one that you really should be with.
Definitely. Yeah. Wait till your makeup's off, he farts in bed, you know, that type of situation. You guys
just want to be like the grossest versions of yourself ever, stuck with each other for like 2 weeks straight, and still just really be so happy being with the other person.
Yeah.
And you won't know that after 6 months, because you're still in such a like love phase, that first love phase. You have to give that time after that phase to really understand what it's like to just be with someone constantly and know every little idiosyncrasy about them.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. So, and then on top of it, sadly, to layer something on top of that, is you have to make sure you're compatible. Like, do you want the same things out of life? Like, there's some basic things that if they don't line up, if he wants to live in Vermont and you want to live in Florida because you hate the cold and there's no wiggle room, it's not going to work out. If he doesn't want to have kids and you want to have kids, or vice versa, like, sorry, you can love each other all you want. You can be best friends, but
non-negotiables, like, you got to figure those out.
Got to figure that out. So, and people rarely talk about those things in the first 3 months in a very serious way. So that's why you don't want to make decisions you can't go back on that soon. You just don't. So have fun, enjoy yourself dating, like enjoy that like romance honeymoon phase in your life, but don't do anything stupid that you can't take back, right? Like, always make sure he's wearing protection, be on birth control. You do not want a child, right? You don't want an unplanned child. And you don't want to move in together unless you're feeling like this is really going in the right direction, because it's really hard to get out of that if you wanted to. Don't marry him and combine your finances until you have spent a significant amount of time. And I would say at least 1.5 years before you even cross that bridge. And if you have kids, I would say even longer, because you do not want to be introducing a man into your life unless you are into your kid's life until you are 1000% sure that he is going to be right for you, as well as a good dad. So I think the moral of all of this is like, look, we're here for you. I love this stuff. I love being able to support all of you women out there, and like, keep your head up and have some fun with all of this. I know, like, it's hard. This stuff can be hard and it can be painful at times, but keep getting out there, keep making it happen, because I assure you the end result will be completely worth it. So
I just want to read something that someone sent that I thought was a great little thing. Allison said, when I'm single, Valentine's Day becomes treat yourself day. Totally. Treat yourself. Take yourself like out for drinks.
Jess, show me your nails. Treat yourself day. She's not single, but yeah. No, it's true. It's true.
Like, just treat yourself the best way you could treat yourself, and don't feel bad, and don't feel down, and don't feel sad. It's not a time to be sad. Yeah.
Go on a date with yourself. Like, go to the movies. Like, do whatever you want to do. Like, enjoy.
Or like, go create an online dating profile, or sign up for an app you haven't been on.
Yeah.
Why not have a glass of wine and put a face mask on, download a new app, or sign up for Match or something, and just see who's out there. That could be fun. And don't be so hard on people. I think I see women all the time that they're like, no, 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 no. Why? You don't know him. He doesn't know you. What if someone was knowing you without talking to you? Wouldn't that be hurtful? Give them a chance too. I don't want to be in that.
Oh, hi. Oh, you don't want to be on Instagram? Okay. I understand. Great point, though. Great point. I always say, like, I see this a lot, and this is outside of my 3 points that I have here, but I think it's a great point Jessica's bringing up, which is so often we'll go on a first date and be like, sorry, there just wasn't a spark, moving on to the next. And one thing I want to tell you from like the male perspective, the male side, is that you are not really getting to know who he is on a first date. You're not getting to know anyone. And most guys are very nervous, especially the good guys. Like the guys that go on 20 dates a month, they're going to be super smooth and you're going to have great connection with them on a first date because they are very well practiced. Okay. The guys who don't do that as much and might be a little more serious about just finding love are probably not going to be that smooth and sexy and like cool and like punchy on the first date. He's not going to be like giving you all this like cool banter. So give him that second date to at least have him now feel a little more comfortable around you. And yeah, if there is no chemistry by the second date, sure, cut your losses. I'm with you. We don't want you going out with some guy just because he looks good on paper. But give them that second date, give them that second shot, like Jess said, because you have no idea what you could be missing out on. And yeah, I feel like there's a lot of potential relationships that could have been just because you're like, no, sorry, no chemistry. He's out, moving on to the next. So,
or physically ruling them out.
Someone could like not look that cute on an app or on a dating site, but then you meet them and they're the funniest guy you've ever met. And humor can make a guy that's a 5 a 7. So don't assume just because he has giant ears or he's 5'2", like he could be the most awesome guy, and don't judge him a book by its cover. At least give it a chapter, you know.
At least give it a chapter.
Yeah.
I like that. So I think we'll leave it at that. And I want all of you to take action tonight. I like that theme. Treat yourself day. All right. Let's just call it yourself. Treat yourself day.
And don't forget the V promo. What is it? V 2019.
V 2019. Yeah. If you don't have any plans tonight, try one of our courses. It's 50% off just tonight, though. Just tonight. So don't be annoyed if you're watching this tomorrow. I'm sorry. And it doesn't work. It's not going to work tomorrow. It's just tonight. Midnight Eastern Central Time. So you have
Eastern Central Time.
Eastern Central. I'm getting wrong. No, I'm not. Eastern Time.
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. Thank you very much. And yeah, that ends tonight. And just like anything, if you don't love the product and it's not like massively transformational, just reach out to our support team. They'll refund your program, your product, your money, no questions asked. We're not here to profit from you. We're here to help you. And that's what these courses are all about, just leading you to that. And if you want to spend $0 tonight and still get access to a ton of stuff, try the Sexy Confidence Club. We have a link as well. That has a 14-day free trial, like $0 charged to your credit card. And if you don't love it, you can just cancel. No problem. You can do it within the members area. If you do love it, which I assure you will, just stay in the program, and it's just a small monthly fee. And it supports the channel, it supports the brand, and it allows me to just continue providing you with as much value and as much content as I possibly can. So that's really what I want to leave you all with. All that stuff is in the description, I think.
Yeah. Sexyconfidence.com/premium for the products, for the programs. You have casual to committed, as if you're like kind of seeing guys, you can never like seem to make it like a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
Heal your heart and get him back is maybe you have an ex-boyfriend and you're kind of regretting what's happening, or you want him back, or you're really still hurting from the ex. That's a good program. Track the One Academy is like kind of like an all-inclusive 10-week intensive course. That's one of the biggest selling courses.
Yeah, that's our top selling course. Is if you're, I'm sorry.
No.
See, look at this. She's amazing. Yeah, I mean, if you're single right now and looking to attract love, like this upcoming year, if you're like, this is my year, 2019 is my year to find love. Attract the One Academy is the way to go because it is definitely our most high-end product. It's the most expensive because it is the most inclusive. When I sat down and created that program, it is legitimately everything, my most important concepts that I've ever talked about over the past 9 years of doing this. It's researched, and most importantly, it's structured. So it's only 30 minutes every week for 10 weeks, but it leads you through a number of very important concepts, from increasing your value around men to how to flirt with men. We didn't even talk about flirting. We didn't talk about body language tonight. I do talk about sex in that program. We have a whole module about that. We talk about confidence. So it takes you through this kind of process and gives you specific action items to do. It's just 30 minutes a week for 10 weeks. And we have so many success stories that have come out of that. Marriages, relationships, children that are as a result of women taking action and just going out and making it happen.
Sexy confident babies?
Sexy confident babies. They come out and they're like, whatever. They just pop out just like that. And it's amazing. So yeah.
Yeah, Sam, no, I'm sorry.
What's happening with Sam?
Sam is just causing all sorts of chaos right now.
Oh, geez. Sam Smith? Is it Sam? Sam Smith is
not my Sam Smith. My Sam Smith would never say that.
He's kind of gone through. Alexa, can I play Sam Smith? I want to play Sam Smith. YouTube might block me. I was about to throw in some.
No, Sam Smith said that marriage is a joke and love is not real. But I'm agreeing with all the ladies that are saying, Sam, no. Sam, no.
I mean, the unfortunate thing I feel like with Sam
Get your negative energy out of here. What are you talking about?
She's just been burned, and we've all been in those situations right after getting burned where you're like,
or Sam a guy. You never know names like that. Maybe Sam's just a guy troll.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of I can't really read his comments, but okay, yeah. So sorry to burst your bubble, but your idea of love is from advertising. Look, I'm gonna take Sam's side on just that particular thing, because I do think. Look, I don't know what Sam said, but I would say that we don't want to think of love as being this absolute perfect thing where everything is just going to jive and it's going to, you're going to meet this guy, you're going to drop your papers on the floor, you're going to go to pick him up, he's going to pick him up at the same time, you're going to fall in love, and then everything's just going to be peachy and you're never going to fight and just everything's going to line up and that's it. Love doesn't work that way. I don't know a single relationship that doesn't have some massive flaws in them. And every relationship does, because humans are innately flawed, right? We are all flawed in some fundamental way. And when you take two people who are flawed, like, things happen. So don't go into finding love this upcoming year like it is just going to, like, the stars are going to align and suddenly your man is just going to appear. That's not how life works. It never does. But I will say that falling in love is truly one of the most incredible things that anyone can experience. Marriage is not a joke. It's an incredible experience that people can go through, and but you have to work for it. I mean, you got to work to get there. You got to invest in yourself to get there, and you have to invest in the relationship every single day to make it work. So I think one of my biggest pet peeves are, like, and I hope we never do this, and you can all call us out if we do this. I hate the dating coaches or like dating experts who, like, tout their relationship as being like this perfect thing. Oh my God, we're so happy. And all these pictures just like of them being like so happy. When we all know that, I know a lot of these dating coaches, a lot of them are really weird and have a lot of bad shit going on in their life, and it's fake. So it's just like a little bit of a rant on this. Yeah. I don't know where I'm going. This is why I don't drink champagne while I go live.
I think basically don't have like a negative attitude about it. I mean, yeah, you can get hurt, and I've had really bad relationships. But if I let that make me sour, do you think Adam would be attracted to someone that was just like sour, and like if he met me and I was like, like, no, you're just gonna cheat on me, or you're just gonna be, no. Give everyone their chance to be their own person, and don't judge someone on a past relationship just because someone else was a bad like a bad dude doesn't mean the next one's going to be. And you need to feel confident that you will find your person. You just need to be ready to work on yourself and do what it takes to like go out and meet new people.
Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted. Sam Smith is a guy.
Oh, how do you know?
He says, I'm a guy, love casual sex, never loved anyone, only my mom. All right, Sam, you're out. Ban him.
I don't know how.
Anyways, I'm going to answer a question. Yeah.
Remove.
He's out. Cool. Bye, Sam.
Oh, it was only the message.
Okay. Anyways, let's just answer one last question and then we'll call it because I think Instagram is going to shut us off in a second.
Oh, yeah.
Humans are perfectly imperfect. I agree. Wait, what is this? Okay, it's fine. We don't need to. There's a lot of questions. Look, if you want questions from me like this,
So many questions. You should probably schedule another Q&A so we can answer questions.
well, I do that with Sexy Confidence Club every single month. So
There you
come check that out. I'd love to have you all be a part of it. sexyconfidence.com/club, 14-day free trial. Don't lock you in. If you don't like it, cancel. And yeah, I think we'll leave it at that. We are going to go out.
Get some food. I'm starving.
Get some food. She's starving. And we're going to go dancing. So
Are we going to go to bachata?
I don't know. We may or may not. I don't know. We'll see. I love you all. Thank you so much for being a part of this. This was really fun. And it's really fun having Jessica here with me as well. So thank you all so much. I love you. And I will
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, happy Valentine's Day. Cheers. Shall we do a final cheers?
Cheers.
Got a drink.